The summoner's tale is ridiculing and targeting the friar on the pilgrimage. Throughout the Canterbury Tales, it is apparent that the friar and the summoner hate each other. They interrupt the wife of Bath's tale and start arguing. They banter back and forth and tell each other they'll say rude and distasteful stories about each other. Chaucer doesn't like these characters, and that's why he wrote satirical stories about them. Both of these characters belong in the church, therefore they both speak Latin. The story begins with the friar walking door to door asking for payments in return for prayers.
Would you like to pay for prayers today?
Absolutely. Anything for the church. Here you go.
Chaucer reveals the corruption of the church by showing the friar erasing people's names after promising to pray for them. The friar then goes to Thomas's house and begins preaching a sermon he spoke that day. During his sermon, the friar alludes to disciples Paul and Peter, who had preached about having less and not being upset about their circumstances.
What would you like for dinner, friar? If I had a capon of the liver, and of your soft bread but a single sliver, and then a roasted pig's head, though for me no animal I wish to be killed, I would be then living with your only homey fare. Of course.
The wife insults Thomas by using similes when she says, "Chide him well by the Holy Trinity, for he is like a pismire in his ire, although he has all that he may desire. I cover him at night and make him warm, lay over him a leg or else an arm, yet he groans like our boar out in the sty." Lines 1823 through lines 1829. Then the friar goes on a long rant about the importance of fasting, even though he just requested a lot of food. He brings up biblical references like Moses and how he fasted, and Jovinian, who was the opponent of Christian ways and was condemned as a heretic. Chaucer uses the irony of the friar's preaching about being righteous while he is not as satire against the church.
I have a gift for you.
I promise to share equally among the friars.
Then put your hand down underneath my back.
The fellow told him.
Feel around behind, for underneath my rump a thing you will find, that I have hidden, kept in privity.
"Ah," thought the friar, "that shall go with me." And then he launched his hand right down the rift, and hoped that at the end he'd find a gift. And when this sick man felt the friar begin to grope around his orifice, right in the friar's hand, the fellow let out a fart. Lines 2139 through lines 2149.
You won't believe what Thomas did to me.
The friar then begins to complain to the Lord and the servants that Thomas had just farted on him. He also complains about not knowing how to share the gift.
I have an idea to keep it fair.
Bring a wheel into the hall. It will need to have 13 spokes. Bring 12 friars too, and each shall lay their nodes at the end of each spoke. Place Thomas in the middle and have him fart. The fart will spread equally to all the friars, and the friar John will have kept his word.